Welcome all to 90 Spurs 9501. I hope everyone's keeping well and enjoying the recent run of form that Spurs have shown. It's been great for us. I think last two games. Sorry, we missed out last week. We beat Crystal Palace again with a flurry of goals. Those 3 goals in 10 minutes. That was a great result. But today, I want to really concentrate on the game that we saw today against a top 4 opposition. A must-win game. A game that really would show who we are and what our mettle is. A lot of talk has been said about what's been going on at Spurs behind the scenes, the whole issue around ticket prices and increases, which I think is something that we all need to stand up against, and the way that the club is being taken for a ride in many ways by current ownership. But today we're going to celebrate, and we're going to celebrate the fact that we are on a really important winning streak. And I say that because not many people expected us to win today. Not many people gave Spurs a chance against Villa and the way they've been playing at home. However, I was very quietly optimistic. I thought this is a must-win situation, and when it's a must-win this time, I think we've been showing the mettle that we can actually win, and we did win. I think we did a great job in terms of neutralising the threat that they pose. 2 things come to mind. Firstly, if anyone can ever wipe out the first half from their memory, then please do so now. That was the most the most forgettable first half of football I've seen in a long time. I have to say, I was reluctant to go back to watching the second half after what I saw in the first half, because it was so bad from both sides that I just didn't know what to say. We had 0 shots on target, and it looked like that's how we were going to continue. Bissouma made his customary but stupid pass, which almost led them in to get a goal. So, I mean, that was the only thing of note that I could really begin to think about in the first half. Yeah, Porro had a couple of good interceptions. I suppose the other thing to say in the first half was that Watkins was not on form. Didn't know what he was doing. He looked leaden, and we knocked him down a couple of times at the beginning. He never seemed to recover from it. So that was the first half. The second half was something else. And I think it was time that we saw something. I was a bit worried that we weren't seeing very much from Maddison. A lot of the balls from the outside of his right boot, but not really any end product, not much on the ball. But the way that he took that goal, the way that he scored that goal and put it past by getting in the right place from Pape Matar Sarr's pass was excellent. I thought that was exactly what we needed. You would have thought that Martinez might have come out for it and got that ball, but he didn't, and that led us in between 2 players. So well done, Maddison. Then immediately, straight after that, Son to Brennan Johnson, straight in the roof of the net. That we needed that. I don't know what it is with Spurs, but we seem to be scoring goals in flurries where we don't score for ages, then we score them all at the same time. The other great thing I thought was the substitutions. Once they had gone down to 10 men, obviously the game got easier for us, even though they would seem to be, again, slipping into that mode of where we give other teams advantages, even though they don't deserve it, or they should never have it. McGinn's challenge on Odoji was disgusting and ridiculous and terrible. What can you say? I'm glad he didn't injure our player again. The downside was obviously Van de Ven going off, which was very worrying for all Spurs fans, especially when we play a high line and we need his pace. But it's his pace and the way we make him run, which is giving him these hamstring problems. Not a good thing. Dragusin. Let's talk about Dragusin for a minute before we go on to the next 2 goals after the sending off. So Dragusin came on. I thought he looked good. I thought he looked very good, very composed. A bit naive and a bit silly. He got himself booked for absolutely no reason whatsoever. There's no reason for him to do what he did and get himself booked. Up until then, he was great. And then he tried to bring down a player in the box. They were already down to before McGinn got sent off. Luckily, he failed miserably in being able to bring down that player. He didn't get a second yellow card or give away a penalty. That would have been a disaster for us, because I think that if they'd gone to 2-1, we would have been on the back foot, and it would have been a completely different game. However, he failed miserably to bring down the player, and the rest is history. I think what I'd like to say is that I think it's a fantastic signing, fantastic opportunity, but he does need to be given more chance, and he needs to learn how to play and how to keep his cool in the Premier League. But I think for the future, it will be a great player for us. Great to see Brennan Johnson get a goal. I think that his endeavour deserved it. He was out on that left side all the time, pulling in crosses all non-stop, closing down play, active everywhere. Definitely his performance deserved the goal. I think Son's goal was just a classic hit, and the way that he hit it. And I thought that Son then passing to Werner was incredible. So Son, 2 assists, 1 goal, 4-0. Can't say more than that. It was a fantastic game for us, for Spurs fans. Fantastic second half. And Son definitely came back into it to get the Man of the Match award. In the first half, he might as well not have been on the field. But in the second half, he put in a Man of the Match captain's performance, and that's what we need. Going forward, we need to keep winning these games. We must keep winning if we are going to stand a chance of getting anywhere where we need to be at the end of the season and going forward to the next season. So great results, and just left to say from me, come on, you Spurs.